Hello everyone! I'm doing stuff at a reasonable time. Somewhat reasonable time compared to the previous couple of nights. Hope you can hear me. I am not on screen at the moment, primarily just because I'm getting a drink real quick. Do you want to say hi, Jen?
Hello, guys. There's a lot of run, it's really hot at the moment.
I'll just wait a sec then. I've been playing the Undertale Yellow soundtrack like almost non-stop. So I was like, I'll just switch up to the Deltarune soundtrack. Either way, I know that at least one thing will happen out of playing both of them. I'll get at least one copyright complaint from Sebastian Wolf and Materia. Because, you know. So yeah, let's continue on with the resort in a moment. Just finish getting this drink. Thank you very much, Jen. It was nice of you. Oh, we'll try and get the resort up to Napster Luke's places. Oh my gosh, hi Jen, says Sammy. I gotta bring you back in so you can say hi properly.
Hello.
There we go. Right. Oh, it's gonna be my favorite song, isn't it, soon? Oh no, I think it's already happened. Hang on. Yeah, it's already happened. No, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. I can't miss out on my favorite song. I can even come on while I'm doing this. I'm gonna materialize now on screen to the music, which is awesome. There we go. I love the way I had it come on automatically. Nope. Although you'll probably see the UI for all my different versions of my character now. Yeah, we should be good. So let's go. I need to find a bunch of different files here for the resort, so I'm just gonna save that and go new. And then we're gonna be messing around a little bit again with Nintendo files because Nintendo. I also need to mess around with some reference models from Dead Rising, and then we've got some other stuff. So plenty of fun times. We got the stool there. Got some spotlights as well that we're going to use for the stage. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do when it comes to some of the other stuff. Because there's like how to just light the hotel, or rather the resort, and it's going to be interesting trying to figure that one out. There we go. So that's all the assets so far that I can place. So I guess I'll be doing that, and then we'll go from there. So first up, got OBJ file. Do 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 do. How you doing anyway, Sammy? Do 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 do. Gonna take the that little bit there and take it away because I don't think it while it's cute, I don't think it suits the whole deal that we got going on, so we'll just do that. And then we'll just go. Let's remove that and create a new principled BSDF. Just got home organizing some DeviantArt files. Oh, nice. There we go. So we're gonna have roughness is like 0.4, 0.3. For this, everything else looks fine, so you can save that as candle. Candle mesh. This is actually from Kirby as well, funny enough. So we can take that. Candle, and then we'll go file. Trying to get all these assets done as quickly as I can. Dining table. Okay, so we've got an FPX for this. Let's try that. This is because I need cutlery. And I know this had it. Funny enough, this is from Mario Kart 8 apparently, so... Oh my god. They didn't even use... Oh no. So, okay, I know why they did that, but yeah, they've kind of screwed me there. So for the dining table, they've used actual bitmaps instead of cutlery. So I'm going to need to Sketchfab, look at that and just be like, cutlery. See if I can get some fancy cutlery from... Ah, there we go, metal cutlery. Can I download that? Yes, I can. Oh, too many polys there. What about that, or that one, or that one? Just something simple with low polys, and then I'll give credit to the first person that's done decently. Okay, that's not too bad. That's bad in terms of poly count. Oh, that one isn't bad. That one's less than that, I think, and looks better. Okay, that one's going in. This one, roughness maps, high polys are provided. Bam, and then we just go Blender file, and I'll just keep this in for the credits. We'll take the asset link and just like make sure I got it. Hey Joel. I drew 10 rubber ducks today. I think I have a problem with Sammy. I'm still preaching for justice for Gummy Goo. Like, somebody reminded me on my Discord today. They were like, dude, so, about Gummy. I was like, do not mention Gummy around me. My poor boy. R.I.P. Gummy. I knew you well for all of 2 seconds, and you became an awesome character. Let's see. File new folder. Cutlery. I just need to make sure the source file is open, and then we're good. Replace this destination. Why didn't you upload last stream? Because I changed ideas on it, so I decided to private it instead of deleting it. Nothing too bad. My poor Gummy became self-aware. Gummy was awesome. Gummy's like the best character so far. You got this, Alvin, says... you got this, Moody says Alvin. Thank you very much, Alvin. Yeah, Gummy was definitely the single best character. Oh, I see there are alphas there for that. Hang on. My poor Sharky made out of gummy sweets got ruined by Kane. Is that? Hey, there we go. That's not too bad. The problem with that is we've got the issue of being able to see through the side of the material, but yeah, if we do I suppose it's not too bad. It could be worse. If I do this for like the 2 forks, let's go fork alpha. Flip both of those and do screen space reflections, and then we'll do normals on fork 1. Uh-oh. Yeah, we've been playing Delta and music again because I've not done that in a while. How's your day? It's been going good so far. Lots lots of chilling out, having fun with the kid, as usual. It's awesome. I could not ask for anything else. Ew. Ew, what's going on with this normal? 0.1? Hang on, maybe it's because it... Hang on. Normal map? Tangent space? UVs... Nah, screw that. Let's just avoid the normals. Hey, Sky. So yeah, I'm still completely wreathing over Gummy. Kane did my poor boy in. Okay, so there's the cutlery, so we can now just go new general. Helldivers managed to win the most important campaign yet? No, not yet. It's not been properly implemented yet. I stick by that. Like, it's not properly been implemented. Honestly, I would not trust anything about that. Like, it's interesting to say. Can you add Metaton's face on the plates? I can do that. I can do that pretty easy. And before they start charging people for the war bonds now, that would be crazy. Hello again to everyone that's just showing up. Start turning around and be like, we need money out of people one way or another, so we'll just charge for the war bonds. Or something crazy. Funny enough, this stool's from Dead Rising, so I can take that like that. And because it's low resolution, it's a bit yucky. So what I can do is I can just do it again and make it better. Because these are going to go in the burger place. I just don't know how I'm going to light the place, and by that I mean like what lighting I'm going to use. You know, because like you've got a choice of like whether you want the lights to look regal like chandeliers or not. I'm just kind of still debating on what to do for that at the moment. Forgot how good the soundtrack was, but then again, I've deliberately not played it for ages, just so I don't overplay it. Say that, but then I played the Chapter 2 stuff the other day. That needs to be like that, and then we can just go like this. And then what I can always do is just like beautify the top here. That'd actually be really cool. Can I get away with that if we just like we do this and then we bring it up again? Oh, you alright in there, Jim? Just check him. Can I loop cut that? And then we'll bevel the edge there. Oh. Like that. And then hopefully that'll be alright there. We can just like smooth that a little bit. And then I can do the same with this. Let's check chat. Sky says, at the very least, it's nice to know that the game devs are willing to fight for the fan base. I mean, the problem was technically theirs to begin with, that Sony just turned around and went, yeah, we need to implement this. You know, because we agreed on it and you kind of didn't tell anyone. Even though it was in the Steam page thing, but because they didn't implement it, because they wanted to boost the numbers, it's just like, dude, this is all kinds of wrong. So everyone was at fault, really, when you think about it. It's just... It's why I'm not going back on it either. Because you can't really trust anyone. It's like, because I know there'd be a bunch of people like, dude, you should just go back on it now. It's over and done with. It's like, no, you can't trust either the devs or the well, you could never trust Sony anyway. But it's the whole thing of like, you can't technically trust the devs either, because the devs just decided, yeah, we're not going to tell anyone. No. Let's see, cylinder. Needless to say, Sony's stock price just shot through the floor. So if you ever wanted to buy stock in Sony, although why would you? You can buy some now. You know. It's another mess up, and it exposes just how crazy the AAA industry is. It's just such a mess. I say that knowing that Arrowhead are actually indies, but it's the whole thing of, it's like they have the deal going on with Sony, so... Let's do this. -90. Let's see. Can you add Metaton's face to the plates and stools? No, you said plates originally, and then I said yes, and then now you've changed it to plates and stools, so yes, I can still do that. I'm just correcting based off the second one, because that seems kind of aggressive. Sky says, yeah, I get that, but there's another angle to this. Sony bent the knee to the community. I mean, I suppose so, but in another way you could turn around and be like, yeah, the only reason they did is because they knew the share prices were tanking. You know, it's like, while it is good, and I don't want to belittle the accomplishment, at the same time, it's one of those things where it's just like, dude, it was all scummy anyway. You know, the entire thing is just crazy and should never have happened. Oh. Right, let's see if this works. But yeah, if the game dies, then that's totally on both the devs and Sony, that. For basically being at odds with each other publicly, and then everyone just be like, excuse me? You know. That's what it comes down to. Like, this was the worst PR you could have, probably as a AAA company and also as an indie company. Because, like, Arrowhead have had all kinds of problems with, like, the community managers and everything recently. I'm trying to get them under control for them just mouthing off at the community. And yeah, I understand why. It's because they were getting attacked by angry fans. But at the same time, it's like, dude, this is all kinds of wrong from multiple angles. Like, nobody is in the right here at this point, apart from maybe the fans. You know. Because the fans are just like, yeah, no, we're not putting up with this. You know. Alvin says, so I have a game theory. No, Alvin! Alvin! Here we go again. That song that Toby Fox says is the timeline of Undertale Yellow is Fox sings song is actually Saroba, but hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. If everyone ditches Helldivers, despite rolling back the decision, then the big corpos will never bother doing it again because it would be futile. Yeah. Joel mentions about inner demons. No, it's fine. Sky says, nobody is ever in the right when this stuff goes down. It's how the problem starts that matters. Yeah, no, I agree with you there. The whole point being that this should have never happened in the first place. Really should never have happened. And it was a mixture of both Arrowhead and Sony's faults. It's just crazy. Really crazy. Let's try that. Okay, that doesn't look too bad for a stool. I can just take that. Then we'll just give that textures when we actually include it. Like, admittedly, that's way too many polys for in a game, but we're not using it in a game, so we can get away with it. It's easy to call stuff out with the benefit of hindsight. Yeah, I'll admit that. Like, what I want to know is what the deal between Arrowhead and Sony was. You know, because, like, I want to know what they're funding. Because that, to me, is interesting. You know, whether it be, like, future development, DLC, any internal stuff. I'd like to know just how they're in bed with each other. You know, just so you can get a clear idea of how the relationship works. But of course, that stuff is all private, so you'll probably never hear that. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take that. Just get rid of that. You good there, Jim? Ah. So the idea from this now, get rid of the armature, spotlight. Minus 90. But yeah, it is interesting just to see a publisher back down. You know, I'm not going to belittle the accomplishments because it's nuts just seeing that kind of thing happen. You know. Especially considering everything that's gone down in such a short time period. It'll be a mixture of affecting the shares and the reputation. You know. It's just, if I had to say anything about it, without obviously, you know, going crazy, it would be that, like I've always said before, that I like raising awareness for indies, and that's primarily because of the fact that the AAA industry is just so crazy, and it seems to make issues for itself or for everybody else on a constant basis. I've always said, like, it's the whole deal of I'm more in the little guy's corner than I am the corpos, for obvious reasons. And this kind of proves my point, you know, that I've been saying for years, where you've got this kind of trouble that happens with this kind of situation, where corpos are deep in the pockets of, say, like an indie or whatever, or a AAA company. And this kind of stuff happens. It's just like, dude, it's never or rather, it's hardly ever the devs or anybody else like that. Normally it's the ones at the top, especially from like all the stories that you hear. You know, crazy. Remember the songs. Also remember Stronger Than You, Judgment, Hard Drive. Spooky Scary Skeletons, yeah. Stronger Than You, it's one of those things where I don't remember that one. Oh. Do mesh, normals, recalculate outside. And then we'll take the normals here, geometry, and we'll just do this and see how this works. That's fine, that's fine. Dude, that actually looks terrible. Hang on. That's what I get for like taking stuff from Mario Kart 8 and thinking it'll be alright. Just give me a moment. Spotlight. Oh, that's actually a good one. Downloadable spotlights. Yeah, they do. Oh, what are you playing? Oh, Overcooked. Nice. Not played that in a while. Oh, we got mini spotlights as well that you can have. That's cool. That's actually really helpful. Game ready asset? Holy crap! That's awesome, I'm having that. What? Oh, that's actually good as well. Ah, that moment I'm downloading so many assets. Let's go, there's so many assets that I can get here. Let's just take that one and we'll edit it, because that one's really good. Did I download that one already? Not sure I did. Let's just, simple cutlery can go as well. I just need buy the FBX for that. And then we're getting close to the end of the resort. Hey, Doge! Wait, well, let's see. Dave, I'm on holiday and we've attracted wild cats and they're tame and nice and cute. But we're leaving in a couple of days. I don't want to abandon them. What are you up to? Oh my god, jealous. So jealous. So I'm doing the, or getting stuff ready for the resort. Because I want to try and get the resort in a place very similar to, you know, Naps the Blukes, where it's practically done. And then what I can do is, hopefully after that, I've got, just let me check my screenshots here, because I took a list of this the other day. Excuse me. I've got Naps the Blukes house practically done, which means if I do the MTT resort next and get that up to the same position, that's practically done. So that's 5 out of 7 things done. I've got to do the core last. So I think I can probably get the interior of the lab finished off pretty easy. That's 3 out of 7 done. And then I can do Sands and Papyrus House after that. I'll probably try that next, actually. And then the Dog Shrine. It's basically just working out these internal areas, and once they're done, that's it. We will have the entire underground, except for the barrier, which is obviously a crazy one that I mentioned the last time, where I was like, I have this idea, and there are a couple of people that were like, yes, this is an awesome idea, do it, you know. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing that exact one for the barrier, but that's only for like the second version of it, so I still need to come up with something for the first bit, as it were, where it's with Asgore, you know. I have to maybe add a line in for Gerson from Lucky or something that makes sense, where it's like the barrier reflects no, actually I was gonna say the barrier reflects what's going on around it or whatever, you know, but it makes no sense that way. They've become attracted to us, they follow us about, but people are gonna move in here after we leave, so I'm begging them to be nice to them. They're sitting outside and waiting on us. 5 out of 7 is a good number. Yeah. Are you feeling okay? Yes, I am. I'm feeling great. It's just, so let's put it this way, right? I've just got a lot of stuff to do all the time now, which is crazy. So I just got to make sure I get everything done within a certain amount of time. So I'm just, if you ever wonder what's going on with me, I'm normally just worrying about other things in the background. Oh, yeah. Last night as well. One of the things that was brought up was the whole inclusion of player in Immersiontale, and the player's importance and what would happen to them. And yeah, I just turned around and went, look, I know previously I'd said that I was cancelling the player's involvement because not many people liked it, but then after rewatching the stuff that inspired Immersiontale, I'm just like, yeah, nah, screw that. We're doing the player. If anybody doesn't like it, then tough luck. You know? So yeah, that's gonna be fun. People are just gonna be like, dude, I don't like this. It's like, oh, okay, fair enough. But the whole thing is based off of fan works anyway that inspired it. So it's like, if I turned around and just ignored those fan works, I think it would be insulting, not just to the inspiration, but also because it's like I look at those fan works and just be like, yes, this is awesome, you know. It would basically belittle my entire sort of way that I've gone about things up until now, where I'm like, yeah, I just want this, but in 3D, you know. Is that metallics, that one? I think it is. If I go color metallic. Here now. Let's just have it like that, and then we'll do spotlight. And then we just go bam. And then we put that on the ceiling. What the? Oh, that's the wire. To be honest, nobody's really going to bother about that. So, spotlight. File, save as. And again, what I can do is if anybody wants to see it, I can put those inspirations on. But I'll end up in tears afterwards. Let's see. Maybe have the barrier destruction be similar to the end of Dust Trust. It's not just that, it's the whole thing of like, the barrier is just really awkward to kind of figure out anyway. I might look at different interpretations of it because I want to get the exact sort of, or as close to it as possible, like when you see Asgore fighting in it. But I imagine it's just going to be like a big cave or something, or at least it looks that way, so we can make the illusion pretty easily. I've done that before. It's just a case of setting up the area how you would imagine, you know, like maybe put some rocks in it or something. so it gives the impression that it's just an endless cave. Now what I'm going to do is put this scenery in. That reminds me, Doge, while you're what? Oh, here we go. Yeah, players in it, says Alvin. Yeah, what was that? Pop off, haha, stick for yourself. Well, that's the thing, it's like, I was thinking about it, and when I was watching the videos again, I was like, yeah, I was already in a really bad place mentally when I watched these videos, and they were really nice, and I liked them. And when you read into them a little bit more, there's a lot more in it. Like, the first one is, you know, on about learning how to more or less love yourself, you know, and be not your worst enemy. And as a result of doing that, you become stronger instead of beating up yourself all the time. And then there's the one with Watami talking to Sans. And just when you listen to the Sans dialogue back again, and you got like a certain mindset on, it just hits really hard. And I was just like, oh, okay. I realize I may have done a stupid mistake here by saying I'm going to take player out. You know, because it's like, oh, you can appease a certain number of people by doing this, but then what does it leave me with at the end of the day out of everything that I started with? And it's like, it leaves me with just Undertale 3D. That's it. You know, there's nothing extra to it. There's nothing that makes it interesting. And there have been plenty of times where people have just been like, so, dude, what is Immersiontale? And I've explained it, and the funny part is, when I've explained it, people have gone, oh, so it's just Undertale, but in 3D, when I've explained it in the most simple way. And I'm like, well, yeah, I suppose you could say it was just Undertale, but 3D, and they're just like, oh, well, what's the point in doing that, then? You know, so it doesn't make sense, after hearing that, to then turn around and be like, oh, I'm getting rid of player. You know. This is crazy. Excuse me. So, yeah, what my plan for player is in terms of voice and stuff. What's the point in pursuing a passion project? Yeah. So, the idea with player is that sometimes they'll be speaking as me, but it'll be Frisk that's saying the lines, so it'll be stuff that's weird that you don't expect, and that gives you a little bit of a hint at the backstory, but it's going to sound convincing as if Frisk may say it. You know, because, like, for instance, when you get asked at the end of the game, why did you climb the mountain? You know, it's like, you can imagine Frisk saying certain things as to why they climbed the mountain, or you can fill them in yourself, and this is basically turning around and being like, well, is it Frisk saying that, or is it the player, you know? You know, so it's going to be interesting. At least that's the idea that I have for it at the moment. Oh. But yeah, it's... Doge, did I show you the two moments that inspired this before? Like, this entire thing? Because I showed off last night in a private stream, basically. The very beginning of this, which was like me doing small animations for the player character, like going into different video games. And it was just basically a celebration of all the things that I've streamed for like the past 5 or 6 years and what I've experienced during those. Like, for instance, in the Doom segment, I ended up losing my arms. You know, so when I lost my arms in the Doom segment for the animation, I just show the player character getting absolutely obliterated by demons. And the idea was that Immersiontale is going to be a smaller, way smaller project, and it just kind of span out of control, where I was like, you know what? I need to animate more of these scenes so it makes sense. And then it was like, I just need to animate more of these scenes. I like animating these characters. Maybe I should just animate the entire thing, you know? That's what ended up happening. But what I'll do is I'll get the 2 videos for you now, because the two videos really hit home hard, and loads of people have seen them by now. But I figure it's always worth showing them off to people who haven't seen them, because oh boy, it's emotional. I'm just trying to find them now in between all the other stuff that I have on my recommended list. I've been watching some other stuff from like VTubers, from like HoloLive and stuff, and VChojo, and then I've been watching some other stuff that got recommended to me from other VTubers, and some of it is just really weird. It's like, I just need to hit them all with a bat, basically. That's the easiest way of explaining it, without it looking pretty sus. Okay, let's see. There we go. So there's the two. So I'm going to give full context to these. See, that mindset of just, we need context, and I like doing this thing, is how our build came to be. Cuba KB says, Shim Shim Shusha, it's me. Hello! It's like, it's so funny, because the way that I think about it, it's just like, I was enjoying learning how to animate, and I'd done a load of smaller animations at the time, like, I'll pull up one of my animations, because it's a mini-series, and I showed people the beginning of it, or rather the promotional video for the Undertale section. So, I'll show off like the Doom section. There's a lot of like progress, but I'll show you the Doom section, because it was crazy when I animated this. And then this is actually where Immersiontale came from, was being part of this other animation series. Just let me turn off everything here. Oh, boom. There we go. I was watching your Undertale live, and I noticed you have a scar on your left eye. Yes, I actually do have that in real life. My YouTuber or VTuber avatar is actually more accurate to me in real life than people understand. Apart from the discolored eyes, or rather the heterochromia eyes, actually it's a lot more realistic. Like for instance, I mentioned about the scar because the scar I actually had from an accident in real life, but also the whole deal with the hair as well. My hair doesn't look exactly like that in real life with the blonde tips at the end, but it's a little stylistic choice because of the whole deal of I have brownish hair now, but when I was born I had jet blonde hair, so it's slowly sort of faded out, but I like the blonde a little bit, so I wanted to put those at the end, you know, as a little reference. And then of course there's the Dreamcast hoodie, which I actually own, thanks to Jen. But yeah, it's a lot of like deep lore stuff. There you go. Okay, so here we go, right? So this is an example of where Immersiontale came from. Again, this is oh god, this is from a year ago. So this was part 4 of the animation series that I was doing, and this section commemorates when I tried playing Doom on stream, and as a result ended up with arm injuries that lasted for a year and a half, where I couldn't use my arms at all. So yeah, as a result we got this little animation out of it.
Jesus! Oh, my ears! God damn! Hey, do you know where I could get one of those? Ah!
So yeah, that was basically a small snippet of what was happening. Was I was animating certain bits about certain games or stuff while I was also going through depression at the same time. The only problem I'd say with that is it's like it looks cool and everything. I really enjoyed animating it, but it's on my old computer and I was animating at like 24 frames per second, so it doesn't look as smooth as it could. But again, this is me learning properly how to do animation like a year ago. So I've obviously improved since. There were some other cool bits that I had from it, but yeah, what ended up happening was after I was doing all of these bits, I was also, I think, going through playing Undertale for the first time, and that's where I got the idea where I was like, look, all these other videos are celebrating stuff that I enjoy and other bits of like when I've been on stream and stuff, so why don't I just make Undertale in 3D? You know, why don't I animate that as the final one to kind of commemorate this entire sort of thing and be like, yeah, we're going out with a bang. And it's the one thing that I've enjoyed more than anything else, so it will be the finale. That's how I was handling it. And then what ended up happening was while I was getting it properly into Undertale, I started stumbling upon a bunch of other videos that were just, oh my god, man. Like I've told people before in chat, like just how much of an emotional wreck and mentally I was just wrecked. When I got to playing Undertale and how much it affected me. But like for the year after I played it, no joke, I was a complete mess. I was just crying all the time. And nothing gets to me more than these two videos. These were the two videos that mainly inspired Immersiontale. So for those who haven't seen this is like basically History 101 for the project of, well, where did you come up with the idea, Dave? And it's like, well, it's a mixture of two videos online. So this one's the first one, and I'm going to go over context a little bit. This is somebody else who suffered from depression and played Undertale, and it affected them in a very similar way. And I felt like this when I watched this as well. Yeah, this really hit home in a similar manner, so yeah, I'm gonna play it anyway, and we'll just go through it.
When I fell under the mountain, I was already in a dark place. I was lost. I was sad, afraid, alone. I was just like you, Asriel. I think that's why I was so desperate to help you. I thought that if I could change your fate, maybe I could change mine too. But I failed. Again and again, I failed you. No matter how many times I came back, no matter how many times I reset, I couldn't save you. All that time I thought, eventually something's got to change. Something's got to give. If I was helpless to alter your future, then what hope did I have? But as I repeated these events over and over, slowly, bit by bit, something did change. The more I cared for others, the more I fought to overcome my own fears and flaws, something started happening to me. I gained strengths that I never dreamed I was capable of. Bravery, justice, kindness, patience, integrity, perseverance. These are the forces that can change the world. And all my determination gave me the chance to grow. I didn't need to help you to help myself. I became strong on my own, through making mistakes and taking risks, by showing mercy, by sharing love. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not alone anymore. And I haven't given up on you. Face me, Azrael! No more do-overs! No more resets! This time, we end it, once and for all! For the sake of everyone's hopes and dreams! It's time to face tomorrow! Whatever it brings!
So yeah, that one always gets me, and that one is by far, I think, one of my favorite Undertale videos as well. And as you can see, when we go through that pretty much is just, I would argue that if I was being pretty accurate about it, then that's literally Immersiontale. This entire thing is Immersiontale, just in drawing format, and it's somebody else's player. You know, but it's the exact same concept, you know. So I was like, okay, I want to do something like this, but in 3D, because 3D is my thing. I can't really draw too well, but I can do 3D decently, so we'll work from there. I was like, okay, I'll use that as the starting point. This is really cool. So you could say this video is what inspired practically everything. When I started animating more and started coming up with the idea for it and stuff. And then this one for Watame. Watame is a Japanese streamer who does some really good content. And I'm skipping to the right bit here. Basically, it's mentioned in the comments a little bit, but I'm not so sure about Watame's father figure. But Watame really likes her mum, and out of all of Hololive, what's happened is Watame is the only one to do a true pacifist route and not do a genocide route. And it's because when she did the true pacifist route first, what ended up happening was she put herself pretty much every little bit into it. And she also may have, and I'm trying not to break up here on mic, she may have also kind of projected a little bit with her own sort of issues when it comes to like her family and how much she loves her mum and everything. And you'll see it when she talks to Sans, because the best way to describe it is it's pure innocence. And this was the other video that inspired everything, because this again is one of those moments where when somebody says, well, what is the concept of immersion? Immersion is the point in which you play a video game and it stops becoming simple pixels or 3D models, and your brain just doesn't care anymore. It's like, no, this is reality. I'm feeling more than I should do from a game. I'm actually there. You know, that's what your brain's basically doing. So whenever you're feeling like high stakes in a video game, whenever you're like, oh wow, this is really great, and your brain is so attuned to it that you feel like you're actually there in the environment instead of maybe like at home at 4 a.m. playing in your room in the dark. You know, that's the concept of immersion. It's being so in tune with the game that you feel as though you're actually there and that everything that's happening to you in the game has some sort of weight more than it should do as just a piece of media, you know. So here we go. This is the best example of it. So this is where Sans judges Watame, right? Bring in mind, Watame's put everything into this. She's put everything she's got into this, right? And because she likes her mum that much, there's some sort of like impact there when Sans mentions about what the whole deal is with EXP and love and everything. It's crazy. I'll shut up and you can just hear it in a voice.
正式にはエクセキューターポイント。そうなの？他者に与えた痛みの量を数値で表したものだ。そういう意味だったの、経験値って。
Oh, by the way, hey audio.
誰かを殺すと EXP がたまる。EXP が一定以上たまるとラブが上がる。そう、ラブの本当の意味も教えてやろう。正式にはレベルオブバイオレンス。そうなの？暴力レベルのこと。ラブってそういう意味なの？これちょっと後で話そう、みんな。今見れねえから。他者を傷つける能力を数値で表したものだ。殺せば殺すほど感情を抑えるのが容易になる。感情を抑えるほど自分は心の痛みを感じなくなる。何のためらいもなく他者を傷つけることができるようになる。でもあんたは一度もラブを手に入れなかったな。トリエルに言われたからね。
That bit there, that hurts. that just hurts to hear.
でもあんたの心はいつもあったかかった。自分はどんなに辛く苦しい思いをしても正しい行いを貫いた。あんたは絶対に誰かを傷つけようとはしなかった。バトルから逃げる時でさえいつも笑顔だった。あんたはラブを手に入れずラブを手に入れたんだ。わかるかい？わかんないかな？さてと、あんたはいよいよこの旅で最大の試練を迎える。ここであんたが取る行動が世界の運命を決めるんだ。あんたが戦うことを拒めばアズゴアに魂を取られて人間たちは滅びる。アズゴアを殺して地上に帰ればオイラたちモンスターは地底の世界に閉じ込められたままだ。さあどうする？まあオイラだったらとっくに諦めてるね。でもあんたは諦めなかったからここまで来られた。そうだろ？つまりあんたは決意ってもう持ってるんだ。そいつを捨てない限り、自分の心に正直に行動し続ける限り、あんたには正しい判断ができるって信じてるぜ。そんなわけでみんなあんたを応援してる。頑張ってこいよ。どうしたらいいんだろう。
I don't know whether it's because the choice is playing in the background, or whether it's the simple fact of when you read the comments and you find out a lot more about all the stuff that she's been through as well. The moment where she says, "Because Toriel told me not to," oh my god, it murders me. Seriously, they're just... God, it makes me cry every single time. Like, without fault. No joke, I'm an absolute mess here at the moment. So yeah, those two videos single-handedly give me all the inspiration I needed. There we go. Gonna put Deltarune. Pat, here's a tissue. I was already using a tissue. That was the funny thing. I was like, okay, I'll try not blowing my nose on stream, but I'll have to clear myself up later. I think there's a unique thing that can happen to people that have gone through a lot of stuff when you go past, like, the beginning in the ruins and you've met Toriel, especially if you're doing the true pacifist, and at any point your brain turns around and goes, well, wait a minute, I wasn't told to do that, or I shouldn't do that because Toriel told me not to. The moment your brain starts thinking like that, it's almost as if something's been reset in your head. You know, like, you could go through your entire life up until, like, adulthood and just think, oh yeah, I'm my own person now, it's whatever, I'm growing up, everything's fine. No, I've got over whatever troubles I've gone through. And then the moment you just have that thing click in your head that's like, but Toriel told me not to, or I shouldn't be doing this because it's wrong. You know, that's when it's almost like it resets you back to being a child, even just for a moment. And it's really weird, but it's really powerful at the same time. It's crazy. Oh, there we go. Let's take all these knives and spoons and forks and stuff, and we'll just bring them in. Whew. Right, I need all these to be the right size, so we'll put them near Frisk and everyone so that we can get them the right size. That moment where it's playing the nice relaxing songs in the background from Deltarune, man, it's crazy. I still think these bits of cutlery should be monster-sized, so I'm just going to have them be slightly more oversized here. You know, because if they were human-sized, they'd be tiny, and then it's like, well, what's the point of monsters having them? I remember how her fellow members told her to play the genocide route, but she wanted to keep the run clean and not destroy the story, says Audio. Audio, can you remember what the deal was with Watame and specifically, like, her backstory before doing the run? Because I honestly can't remember, other than somebody mentioning in the comments section about she'd had family troubles and basically her mum was just there for her all the time. That's why her mum's really important to her. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out whether I'm putting these bits of cutlery the right way. Yeah, there we go. So it'd be that way. I'm gonna put these bits of cutlery either side as well, on every single table, just so that they're there. Oh, go on now. Oh, here we go. This is what I was on about the other day when I was saying about the, just the absolute wonder of, Chapter 2. Such a good song. Like, I know Toby does some fantastic tunes, but by far this is one of my favorites. Just that magic of stepping out into a new area and just being like, oh wow, you know. Do 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 do. Let's go this way, and then we'll put this here, and then we'll do the same for each other table. It's kind of like with Yellow. Yellow does the same thing in terms of like the awesomeness of a brand new place where you can explore by having it do that when you come out of the Dark Ruins the first time and you reach Snowdin, Because essentially, if you've played through everything up until then, like fangame-wise, or even just Undertale and Deltarune, it's that whole thing of you get out of the Dark Ruins, and you're met with a different version of Snowdin, and the theme kicks in, and it's like, oh wow, you know, like the entire world's just opened up again for you to explore. So good. Captures that feeling so well. I'm telling you, the hype of this moment in game gave me so much serotonin, says Doge. It's... I'm gonna have to do a replay of Deltarune. Like, again, it's that whole thing I mentioned the last time about you can go through it and not realize all the lore implications because you're too busy just focused on like the gameplay and stuff, and then just have to go to the Wikipedia to look up everything. But it's that whole thing of when you actually go back and take time to explore everywhere and realize the implications of everything, you know, that you've seen in like lore videos. That's when it's really good. It's like you could argue that you shouldn't do the whole thing over again because of, you know, like for instance, like I would never do a True Pacifist again, at least on the same machine. And while you could turn around and be like, dude, that's disgusting because you're still doing the run over again on like a different one. It's like, yeah, I agree, but at the same time, it's like, especially for this project, I needed to do it again. I actually got a much better experience out of doing it the second time, but it's that whole thing of I would never do it again a third time, especially because it would just take away from how special the game still is. You know, whereas I think Deltarune, because the two chapters are more or less like playable demos, it's a little bit more lenient, you know. It's a bit like with Yellow as well, where Yellow's timeline explanation thing makes it a little bit more lenient to second runs or whatever, but at the same time it's still a case of, well, it's still a bit messed up, you resetting everybody, you know. Are you going to make the floor shining? The floor will have some reflective properties to it. Just a little bit. Yeah, like I was saying before about the whole deal with like Sans and the talk there with Watanabe. It's the other thing that convinced me to stick to my guns as well when it came to doing the player inclusion. It was literally the other night where when I was on about how much Watanabe's run meant to me emotionally, I was reading Sans' dialogue and where he's just like, dude, whatever you do, just do what you believe is right and we'll be behind you 100% of the way. I was like, I just need to stick to this. I really need to stick to this now, you know. So technically that helped. That helped a lot. Let's put that over there. I don't want the spotlights to be in areas where it would be over, say, somebody's head. Audio says it's a very sad story, her family, that is. Is there any way of summarizing it? Because I can't remember what the deal is with it. Put that there. And then we put like a last one, sort of here. That's not too bad. Then that adds a little bit more detail to the roof and also gives us a reason why there's spotlights here. Can you add an MTT logo to the stage floor and the current? I mean, I could add logos everywhere, but the thing is, I don't feel like I should do that completely because it would go overboard. We already know the entire resort is Metatons anyway, you know, it's got other little things to it, like I'm thinking of writing Metaton on there. The fountain looks a lot better now, and it's got like MTT there as well. It's all over the place. So it's one of those things where it's like, how many times do I want to write MTT on everything? It's even on the wallpaper in here, so it's like, Oh. Plus, we've got a big, giant Metaton branded sign outside as well. But there's only so many times you can see MTT and be like, oh, wait a minute, is this MTT Resort? It's like, yes, it is. You know? Okay, this in here is looking a lot better already now. What I need to do is scenery, append. I'm gonna add the stools in the burger place and then texture them, or at least put one in and then texture it. Oh my god, look at the size of that. Wait a minute, this is Smart Race, right? Absolutely love Smart Race. Everybody hates Birdley, but I really like him. He's just a little bit of a show-off that wants to prove how awesome he is to everybody else when he doesn't even really need to do that. And then turns into a complete goofball when he starts trying to date Susie. Ah, here's Smart Race. Right, so we'll do gold here for the chair. Where did that gold go? Oh. Redo. Go with that. Oh. I need a texture for this now. Maybe I could just throw, where is it? Cloth? No. Table? The table thing might work. No. Where's... just material. Tablecloth. I do the tablecloth over there, that should be actually okay. Her father was around for her, and when her mum was busy with work and stuff, her mum asked who will take her, and the dad, scum he was, says to her she'd rather take her to an orphanage. Oh! Oh, Jesus. I can understand why she doesn't like her dad now, then. Oh, God, that's disgusting. That's terrible. You don't say that to your kid? What the hell? That's all kinds of messed up. Let's do unwrap cylinder here. See whether I can do this way. Pull. It gets to there and then I have to. Can I do that? If I can just move that out of the way. And then what I can do is I can put the face on the seat. And at least that will make sense. And then Mum and Grandma was the one who took really good care of her. Yeah. I've heard that bit, at least in the comments section, just not the other bit with the dad. Jesus. That's disgusting. As a parent, that's disgusting to hear. No. Nope. Okay. Come to the burger place where you can sit on a stool with meth on space. That sounds all kinds of wrong. But I mean, it works. It looks cool. Right, so we just go and place this in here. Do 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 do. And we'll just link these together now. Merry Christmas. I was just thinking that has some serious, like, story implications when you realize it's all related to Noel and her obsession with Christmas because of Des going missing. You know, it literally just dawned on me as I was listening to the music, because I've always turned around and said, well, what's the deal with there being so many Christmas-themed tunes in part 2? And it's literally because Des isn't there. Don't know how it did not click with me beforehand. Oh! Seriously, I do not know how that did not click beforehand. Audio says, her grandma was very strict when her mum wasn't ready for raising because she was a young mother. Her grandma makes her regret her mum quit her so very busy job to raise Watme, basically. Well, I mean, it's the whole thing of if she quit to raise her, then that's... I'd say that was a good trait, because at least it shows she cares, you know? There's more than I can say for her dad, Jesus Christ. Okay, so there we go. We got that looking pretty nice at the moment with all the things. The reason why I did that as well is because I thought, well, I don't think anybody's really going to sit in the burger place to eat, but if they are, then I know places like that. Like Subway do it as well. Plus, there's not enough real room in here to seat people traditionally. So it's like, you just do it like a Subway or whatever, where people can sit down like this and just like put the meal down and have a quick bite to eat. I still need to do the door there. Mia, Bratty, and Catty's Rubbish Bin, can you add Spamton? I can add a Spamton reference, like a sticker or something. It doesn't make sense Spamton actually being there, but I can add a little reference like I've done with Crash Machine versus Giga Queen. Just check what I'm up to with this now. So I have a feeling I'm getting very close to finishing the scenery off. And then it's just lighting. I need to do the TV in here, so I need to find the TV model. If you want the whole story, there's a vid of her talking about her family. Warning though, it's very emotional. I mean, I don't mind her being emotional, you know, she's got every right to be emotional. Link it to me in the Discord and I'll check it out. Because I'd like to know. Right. I need the TV, so I need to find out where my TV model is that I used, and then just throw that in here. What I'm going to do is, instead of having like a wall bracket, I'm going to instead make sure that I'm using like a wooden bracket, because I think it'll take the strain more. There we go, Napster Luke's house. Did we tape, storage, turntables, TV, source? Oh no, that was the really old TV. Can I not just have, where is it? Sketchfab. TV. We'll just set TVs to downloadable and then see what I can get for a decent decent poly count. '90s TV. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I wish I'd kept my old TV from like the 1990s, because it would have been good to play first-person shooters on. And by that I mean like Time Crisis and stuff. I need to see if I can get a new one for pretty cheap. I just obviously can't lift it myself because of my arm injuries. I'll be begging somebody else to like come over and help me and not pull the back out. Okay, bunch of TVs here that I'm looking at now that I might be able to use. I guess we'll see in a moment. Do. Okay, that one I have to pay for. That one I don't. Is that one got a? Yeah, that one's pretty neat. Well, that one's decent as well. I'll take that one. Oh, the Panasonic. Oh, but it's the poly count on it is nuts. That one's a good contestant. Let's see. This is my favorite song, to Sammy. It is a good one. Is that just a low poly CRT there? Yeah, it is. That's another one that isn't the right style, really. And then, the heck? Okay, somebody's gone crazy with the normal maps on this. It just looks like it's made out of stone. I'm gonna check one more, and then I'll just have to pick from the ones that I've got at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Ah, the Keygen song. Again, that's another really ridiculously high poly TV. I need a low poly one, so it's either that one or that one. We go with that one because it looks better. Right, so download this. it's slow and it shows so much emotion during Birdley's monologue. I need to go, Moody. You got this, says Alvin. Thank you very much, Alvin. Take care of the chicken for everyone. Have you seen the little animation for this song? Which one? Because I've seen quite a lot of Undertale and Deltarune stuff. Because I'm assuming it's a particular one. Do, 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 do. Boo, boo, boo. Do, 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 do. Absolutely love this stuff. Do, 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 do. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, that is not good of me. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Birdley played the keyboard. The other phone going, I don't believe I have. I still believe this movie will become a hit, says Joel. I mean, I hope so. You know, the one thing that I'm hoping more than anything else is that people just enjoy it. You know, it's like I didn't set out to do all of this stuff so far before I've even started animating like the full thing properly. I hope people enjoy it because my intention was to make something that people could enjoy. I didn't set out to, you know, with the intention of, oh, I'm going to steal a bunch of stuff off people and, oh, this is going to be something absolutely amazing. You know, it wasn't that sort of like egocentric. You know, the whole deal is literally just, I want to be able to turn around at the end of the day and say, one, I'm happy with the things that I created because it shows that I did way better than I've done in the past, you know, for doing stuff like this. And two, I want to be able to turn around at the end of the day and just be like, look, everything else that I've done has led up to this project. This project is the best thing I've worked on. You know, that's all I want to be able to say at the end of the day personally. But for everybody else, I just want everybody to enjoy it. You know, that's the base, the very bare bones basic thing when it comes to this is just everybody that watches it, I hope you enjoy it. You know. Sammy says the music's still playing while you saying this, making me cry. I'm sorry. Like, again, I have to keep saying it over and over because I think if I don't, people will twist my words a little bit in future. But it's like, I didn't set out to do this for fame or glory or anything else. You know, I did this because it's a passion project and I wanted to see something that I enjoy from a different perspective. You know. So I just hope people enjoy that take on things. Let's see. Can't wait till it comes up with Knock You Down again. I'm going to enjoy that so much because of how good it is. Do-do. Wait, I think I'll pick that book and use that as the books that are in the two areas. And I think I might actually need a microphone as well. Hang on. Model resources, because you'd think that the stage has a mic for open mic night, you know, for comedy stuff. So you got row phone. There's a literal like retro mic stand here that I could get. The problem is, cost money that I don't have. Because I'm spending all of that on the characters that I get to get voices for. How many polygons? Okay. That one's out of the question because I need to pay for it. I sound so cheap here, but it's like, I've not got the money, Oh. Too high poly, not got the money. Okay, so by default, the one that didn't cost anything is the one that I'm gonna have to go for. Download the file, credit the person that made it. Ooh. I love the way now we've at least got some sort of an explanation as to how there's lighting on the stage as well. I need to put that TV in place though, so we go over here. File, I need to grab that TV as well, so we'll just make sure I've got all this stuff that I've downloaded here, and we'll add that in. So TV. MTT Resort. New TV. Okay, so if I go File, Collada, MTT Resort, TV. There it is. Here it is. Here's the intro to one of my favorite songs, or the favorite song. Now. There it is. So good. I just want to know why the TV is all black and has no textures. Okay, so it is textured correctly, so there's something going on with the material then? Okay, so I need to remove that and do a new one. There we go. Okay. So good. Should be illegal how good this song is. Right, can I just... Ew, that's not worked out how I wanted it to. I'll just do 30 there because of that. Okay, that's not too bad. And then we can just go bring in the metallic here. Oh, come on now. Okay, and then the next one is roughness. And then we're good. Oh, what? No, that's disgusting. I'm not having that. Let's do 0.3 or 0.4 for that, right? And then we'll do this. We'll go TV serial 1. New. Copy all of this. Love this song, it's so good. Box TV brings back a lot of memories of PS2, says Lucky. Oh god, hey Lucky! The reason why I say it like that is just because, yeah, it's really good. I love looking at stuff like this, like old technology, because even though it's completely abandoned by people now, it's still usable and still good. So do that, we crank up the material there. In fact, I might be able to do roughness to 0.2 and get away with it, make it look like a TV. Because then I can apply footage to that and it'll just look good. But yeah, box TV, man. Old CRT TV. Save as, and we'll go to textures, so it's all in the same file, and we'll just go to TV. Boop, 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 boop. For the longest time, Dark Truth was my favorite from the OST, along with the glitched ending song. The thing is, like, with the glitched ending credits song, I'm still unsure about it, you know, because, like, I still prefer the original version of it, you know. Although, then again, it's because I don't know, man, like, Chapter 2 is really good, but there are certain parts of it where I'm just like, it doesn't hit quite as hard for me as I would have thought, you know. It's like with Spamton, best example would be everybody turning around and being like, oh, Spamton's better than Jevil, and I'm like, no, can't really go with that one, not really agreeing with that one, you know. Not to say that I have to be 100% right, my opinion is obviously different to everybody else. It's just that whole thing where it's like, oh, I'm just trying to delete some of these files here. It's just that whole thing where I definitely think like Jevil has a little bit more interestingness to them, for me at least, so, oh. Like, I feel like Jevil was built up a little bit more, and that's why it makes him a little bit more interesting for me, as he's got that backstory that's like slowly built upon, you know, throughout an entire chapter, whereas Spamton's just that random gremlin that you meet in the dumpster outside, you know. I can't even tell you how many hours I've been listening to Big Shot while doing personal VA practice. IDKY, bro, I think the original is so good, but the glitched ending song took me like a year before I got obsessed with it. That might be me then, you know. Like, again, it's that whole thing, guys. I think it's because Spamton just kind of appears as some little dumpster gremlin, and then you slowly learn his backstory that way, rather than having him be slowly built up over an entire chapter with no visuals. You know, I feel like, to me personally, that makes Jevil feel more menacing and mysterious at the same time. You know, where you only hear about him from time to time from people, and then you actually get to see him at the end. That makes him a little bit more interesting, but at the same time, if I was being fair, I'd turn around and say, no, Spamton still gets his whole share of being cool as a second secret boss, because of the simple fact of, like, you can't do the whole thing with Jevil over and over and over and over again for, like, 7 or how many chapters there are going to be, because it just get old really fast, you know. So I suppose if I think about it that way, then Spamton is really unique. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens with the other chapters and the other secret bosses in those. You know. And how hard they're going to be, because, dude, the amount of time I spent... the amount of time I spent trying to beat Jevil on stream, and then I come back, like, the morning after, like, it was something stupid, like 3 hours or something, and then I do 3 tries and I beat Jevil, and I'm like, what just happened, you know, and then I do Spamton on, like, the first try, and I'm like, what just happened, you know, it was weird. Like, the amount of tries it took to beat Jevil because of his RNG craziness is nuts. Do 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 do. I love this rendition. Doodle do doodle do 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 do. So good. And this one as well. This one is really good too. I know it's literally just like the same, almost the same song from Undertale, but you can't beat it. It's just such a nice and warm song, you know, deliberately designed to be that way, but. Oh. Can I do world space there and see? Okay. Let's see. I hope chapter 3 and 4 are nearly here. God knows. I guess we'll see soon? Maybe? Doge says, I gave up on Jevil, then came back a couple of years later and immediately beat him. Damn! I never got the Spamton boss fight in my playthrough, so the first time I saw him was on my Snowgrave route. Oh, it was so much harder. Yeah, the thing is, like, I remember my chat actually turned around to me and told me, like, or rather walked me through how to get to Spamton. And I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. And then it's like, oh, he's a wacky little dumpster gremlin. You know? And the next moment, I'm fighting for my dear life. And it's just like, oh, wait, what? Here we go. Here's the remix we were on about before. It takes time to warm up to, but when you warmed up on it, it's alright. Try that for... With you in the dark. Nope. Best part about that is that end bit there, and I know it sounds terrible, but hear me out, right? The end bit where it like comes in with the nice sort of like, and I'm gonna pause it for a sec while I explain this. The nice little end bit where it comes in with the extra stuff, just to kind of, how to describe it. You can hear the low hum in the background. It's like, ooh, almost like the ending to like a film or something in a cinema, and you can hear the humming through the speakers. That really does make that one fantastic to listen to at the end. This one, funny enough, was going to be one of the original songs that I used for doing like a background story to the animation thing that I was working on for ages, that would lead into Immersiontale. It's crazy. This one's one of those songs where if you get in the right mind space and you just sit there on your own for ages, you can get slightly depressed by it, but at the same time, it's not too bad. It still has that glimmer of hope left in it, you know. This is one of Squid's favorite. It's so good. I had such a smaller following when I played Chapter 2 on stream, so I never had backseating. The thing is, my backseating wasn't too bad. I didn't mind it. It was just like 1 or 2 people telling me where to go for Spamton. The one thing that I have to thank somebody for, though, was I'll play the soundtrack again just for the sake of it. Well, actually no, I'll play Yellow's one more while we're here, because I've played all of Deltarune Chapter 1 and 2 now. The one thing that I have to thank somebody for, and it's going to sound really weird, is trying to get me to do a freaking kill on Toriel at the beginning. Like in my run, somebody tried to get me to kill Toriel by being like, oh yeah, you just hit her a bunch and then she gives up. You know? And me being me, and not thinking, because I'm just like, and I'm still going over everything else that's happening in the game in my head. And like I said, sometimes it just requires a little bit of a break, you know, with certain instances in the game. I'm like, okay, I suppose, you know, and then I start beating on Toriel a little bit. It's only like 2 to 3 hits. And then somebody else came in and went, dude, what are you doing? And then for a moment, I stopped. And they're like, seriously, just think about what you're doing. And I remember sitting there and thinking for a moment. And I'm like, well, she's not giving me a choice. She's not backing down or anything. And then it clicked and I'm like, dude, she literally just taught you that violence is not the answer, so why are you doing it? And I was like, oh, you son of they're in chat going, that was nasty. That was really nasty. You know, that's where it clicked, because I'd been doing complete pacifist route up until then. And then it's like, dude, why are you beating up your own mum? You know, it's just like, she's taking you in. She's looked after you and everything. She's giving you pie, and this is how you treat her. It's just like, oh my god, what am I doing? You know, it's the worst thing ever to have to realize that, but I'm kind of glad that happened, because I was like, not wanting to hurt her. The most frustrating thing was having everybody not listen to me when I'm like, dude, don't want to hurt you, and they're just like, oh, we just want your soul now. And I'm like, but I don't want to hurt you. And they're just like, yeah, but soul. You know, I'm just like, ugh. And then Asgore at the end, where you've heard Asgore be really nice to everybody all the way through. And then he's like, sorry, I'm going to have to murder you. And I'm like, but I don't want to hurt you. And he's like, I'm giving you no choice because I don't have a spur feature or a spur option. And I'm sat there going, oh. I spent like, I think it was 20 minutes or something trying every single option to not hurt Asgore. It's just like, oh, nobody will listen to me. Undertale, the tale of a child that nobody listens to. No. Doge says, I killed Tutorial in my first playthrough and reset to get Flowey to call me out. I felt so bad. Oh, yeah, where he's like, oh, so you think you can reset to get over the consequences? Good luck with that one. So he called you out about it, and of course you were like, wait, what? You know. Oh, that would mess me up as well. I basically got that, but from chat. I got that realization from chat mid-fight. Thank God it was mid-fight. You know. And then the moment I got out of that fight, I was like, right, everything else I'm doing my damned hardest not to hurt people. You know, because that was my intention to begin with. So I got really close to messing up at the very start, but I feel like that happens with a lot of people. You know, which is why some people really like blind playthroughs, where they're just like, oh yeah, we want to watch Toriel get killed by somebody that hasn't realized what's going on yet. You know, it's like, oh no, this is not good. And wow, why is the TV bigger than the resort? Almost done setting up scenery here, and then all I have to do is section off areas, cut into the walls to have the windows shine through. Or rather, place the windows, place the lights, and then we're good. And just for the sake of this, I'm having this TV be about this size, which would be absolutely giant on this kid. Like, look at this compared to Frisk. It's absolutely massive, but then again, these TVs were like that. I just don't want to do it any bigger than that. The funniest thing happened before. I was looking for how to mount these things, and I actually had a smaller version of one of these TVs when I was a kid, and what ended up happening was I ended up mounting it on a wall with a bracket, and sure enough, it was okay. You know, it stayed up there, and it was fine. It was like a swing arm basically, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's cool. It'll be fine. I had another CRT as well that was bigger. I'd basically watch like shows on and things. And the funniest part about all of this was when I was looking for how to like mount these things for the animation. And I'm like, yeah, I remember the bracket arm thing. Let's just look at reference images. And somebody in Google had done the most stupid thing ever where they were like, why would you mount this thing? Why don't you just cut a hole in a wall and then plaster over it? So it's literally this hole in somebody's brick wall. They got this giant CRT sticking out the back of this wall. And in the front, they've like plastered over it and tried to camouflage it in. It's so funny. I wish I'd kept it. It's like the most stupid thing ever because it's popping out of the wall like 2 or 3 feet at the back. There we go, that's... Oh. All I need to do is like put that on like a wooden shelf thing there or something. And then obviously not have it look as bad there because of the normals, I think? Let's get rid of the normals. Oh, it looks that way because of the smoothing. Okay, so if I... Oh, then... Ah, no. Okay, so if I take that off, yeah, it's because the normals there, and then same for the 0.1, 0.10. When somebody's baked these normals, they've done it so crazy, and it's not working, so I'll do it like that. To be honest, my dad would have probably tried that to Sammy. I just realized I can borrow the stuff from Sans and Papyrus's house, so it's not mounted on the wall. Instead, it's on like a small table thing. Hang on. But yeah, it's so funny. I'm gonna have to find that file now. Where is it? The one that I was on about where the guy's trying to mount it to the wall. So let me, there we go, tables. Collection. Small table stand. I figure I can get this to work. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'll put it there like that. Oh, the problem with this is while it would work and it looks okay, the height of it is an issue. Although then again, it is kind of funny if I scale it up just a little bit more because it's for monsters, not humans. If I scale that up like that, so it's pretty tall. Because Frisk can only just see over the table, so we do that. It's kind of a joke in itself. Hang on. Why is that see-through there? That is weird. Huh. Is that something to do with the actual model itself, maybe? If I merge verts there by distance. Huh. Mesh, normals, recalculate outside? Okay, so there's something going on there, I'm not entirely sure what it is. It shouldn't be see-through like that. But yeah, the joke being now that you got what's supposed to be a fancy place, and you've just got an old TV just propped up on a really tiny stand for everybody to watch while they're having food. It looks so bad. The funniest part is the only people that can watch it are the ones that are like round here, basically. Everyone else over the other side of the room may not even, might as not even bother. So stupid, but it kind of fits. Okay, so all I need really now, apart from the back over here, is the lights, the carpet. The fountain needs to actually be spraying water on the floor. And then like a... Oh. Hang on, I'm needed, I think. Where's... the baby? Just a moment. Oh... Hello? Hello? I'm back. I just came back. The baby's legs are incredibly itchy at the moment because of her eczema, so if you hear anything on stream, it's because I got the baby monitor next to me, and she may just be trying to scratch her legs while trying to sleep. And of course, because it's affecting it that much, and there's nothing we can really do about it. It's just a shame. It sucks a lot because the only reason she really wakes up at all or gets her sleep interrupted is because of her eczema, and nobody is really helping her with it because like we've tried going to the doctors about it, and they've tried contacting people and they've just not done anything. They've been like, oh, you can wait till September, right? And it's like, no, we can't get something done about it now, you know, so it's going to be interesting to see if anything's done sooner rather than later. Are you going to give the floor some mirror shine yet? Yeah, I would try to. The idea is to get round to it eventually. I'm trying to do everything else first. Let's see. Okay. So these are going to be the books for the resort. This is the book from Hitman, funny enough. But I'm just going to redo the textures, so I'm just going to do those now. One's going to be a guest book, and the other one is going to be the reservation book, you know, for the front. So like for instance, we've got like Sans popping in. Oh, page 5. Yeah, okay. Right, so I need the top here. I need to find some way of getting old book pages as a texture. Hang on. Make sure I've got that. No, I've already got that. Book texture. Oh no, old page texture. Let's see about this. Because if I can get an old page and just slap that in, then we're good. Might be able to do that, or I might be able to do. Oh, there's another one there. That one might be good. I've got 2 of them that I can layer over the top of each other, and then we can just like write something in here. I was thinking about something then and I got distracted. I don't know what it was. Just let me check things. Okay. Let's try that one. Yeah, I got totally distracted then for a moment. I have no clue what happened. I hate it when that happens so much. So I'll do free transform here. And then try and go desaturate. Kind of works. If I can just get these 2 pages done, then what I can do is I can try adding a little bit less grain to it because it's grainy as heck at the moment. If I can Photoshop at least like a high-res texture onto it. Paper texture. Then it won't seem too bad because at the moment it just looks terrible. But of course you won't be able to see this on your end until I'm done with it. Alright. Try that. Okay, that's not too bad. I can just do the same thing again. Just go. File, overlay, layer. Merge down visible, and then I can just take these pages and desaturate them. Try to change the hue as well, just ever so slightly so it matches. If I up the if I up the brightness, it's going to be bad, so I need to lower the brightness while also changing the contrast a little bit. And then we'll just go adjust saturation again, try and mess around with this and get it as close as I can to the original texture. This is the most awkward bit about texture editing, when you try and make something look good again. Like for instance, right, what you're looking at is the original texture on the screen currently. Now my edited one is going to come in a moment, and all I've done is just do new pages. So if I do ED, right, so we're just going to go File, Elusive Book, right, we're just going to Edit. Now the only difference there is that it's got a normal map on it. So if I take the normal map off, there's my version, which doesn't look too far out. That's actually a low resolution texture, but then I've put a high resolution one over the top of it, so it kind of masks it a little bit better. So not too bad at the moment, and then I can just write stuff in it. So I now need to do handwriting. So let's get some handwriting font or something. Let's go to GA fonts. That's not really good. Oh, while I'm here, I'll try and find that CRT thing that I was on about as well. CRT mount wall. I'll try and find that silly image that I was on about, where somebody's like, why bother mounting it onto a wall when you can just mount it in the wall? Okay, there was one as well that's scary because it's literally like a TV that's hung up by what looks like a bunch of wires, and that's it. There's nothing else. There's another one that's held up by ropes. There it is. Why do a TV when you can mount it into a wall? It was on Reddit of all places. I'll save it. This is so stupid. So get this right. That's what they did with it. So there's the TV on the left. The TV on the left is what they see from the front. And that's a TV kind of flat to the wall with a couple of wires coming out of the hole. And yeah, and then the one on the right is the back of the TV where all the electronics are and the actual like things that are joined into the back of old TVs. Basically the way that old TVs used to work is absolutely crazy. But essentially you'd have the screen and then a lot of other electronics that were just on the back of the screen. Whereas now obviously technology's come so far that everything's flat as paper almost. But yeah, it's crazy seeing like that sticking out the back of a wall and just be like, dude, you're not camouflaging that at all. That looks so stupid. Of course it was Reddit. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what it was. There've been other crazy ones as well. When are you going to stop? I'm getting tired. I mean, you can go to bed anytime you want, Joel. I'm gonna keep going until I'm done with some of the scenery and things. So do that font here. What we got? I need different styles of writing. So let's try handwritten and school. Let's try those. The idea being that I want the different fonts to be kind of like the different people that are doing them. So we've got, there's an easy one. Camilla's Signature by Picky Labs. That one's a good one. That one's like a fancy one. Oh, we've got Romeria Notes. That's a good one. And then I'm just trying to see. I think I should contrast that with one that's a little bit more simplistic. Retro signatures, interesting. Letters for learners. That would actually be kindergarten. Maybe I should have the kindergarten one be for something. That would be funny. It just looks like somebody's done it in MS Paint, like a kid's done it in MS Paint. Little Days. Actually, Little Days would be cool. Little kids' handwriting. My ugly handwriting. I might just download some of these, just for the sake of it. Midnight Memories, Second Son School. School script dashed. Yeah, let's do that. I think English essay as well would be pretty cool. Let's do that instead of like the fancy things. Because they're monsters, I'm going to naturally assume that they're not exactly the best at doing stuff like this. So we've got various different fonts here that would work. Right, I guess I'll leave you now. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much, Joel. So, what we're going to do here is do the English essay by Brittany Murphy. We're going to just go that font there. And then we're going to do child writing, I think, as well, by JP. That one. Make sure I put that one in here as well. The other two I'm torn on at the moment. I might do My Ugly Handwriting as well by Hilary Kandu. And we'll just experiment with them. Because I feel like I drew a goose, says Sammy. I feel like especially for like fish receptionists where they are, I don't imagine they're gonna have like amazing handwriting. So I'm just going to install these fonts now. And then we'll go with whatever. Install. So we'll make this actually accurate as well. So for instance here, if I just write this out and we do these new fonts that I've got. Let's try ugly. My ugly writing. Okay, so we got like Reservations. Just make sure I spell this all right as well. Okay. We'll do these in order, so we'll do, Charles. Who else is in there? It's the Red Oni guy, isn't it? MTT Resort Red Oni? Resort NPCs. I don't even know why I'm going to these lengths, because I don't think anybody's gonna see this, but it's like, it's whatever, man. At least I know that, that it'll be there and it'll be correct. Let's see. Snowdrake's father. 3. Oh, you on now. Oh. There we go. So when you see this, it'll be interesting to have all these details on. And then we got, I need some other text on the other page. Okay, there we go. If I just knock that down now. Oh. I'm trying to get all this font and everything just right so that it looks good. Oh. Actually, no, that needs to... So that is right, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else to write here on this other page. I've just got a good one here. There we go. I got some extra text just at the side that that is kind of funny. So we'll save this one out now. And then I've got to do another one for the front desk. That's book 1. Sorry, book 2 reservations. So I'll give you a look at what this looks like, right? There we go. That's what's going to be on Fish Receptionist's desk. Surprisingly, she does have actual good writing, even though she's a fish. But yeah, the other stuff at the side, really, I even though I wrote it, it's the whole thing of I figured she was taking down notes, or they were taking down notes, primarily just because of what I've wrote there, which is all reservations must be booked in advance at the resort's main desk. Ask hand receptionist for help. Right, that's nice. It shows that each one of the monsters is in contact with each other and don't just like sit there and do nothing all day or do the job and that's it, you know. And then the other bit here was amusing because I thought that ties in with what's going on in the story at this point, which is please be mindful that some monsters may be running a little late for the reservations. This is due to puzzle alterations in Hotland currently taking place. I thought that was pretty neat. Because I'm even going to put, like, note to self here. I'm going to put, like, note to self, because that makes sense as to why it's wrote like that, then. Note to self. Or notes to self. I like doing little things like this. Wise friend in quotes. Ah, ominous. Yeah. I just thought it would be funny to put it in quotes. Primarily because it's the whole thing, it's like, friend, because I didn't want to put Frisk, because the monsters obviously don't know Frisk's name. So Sans is obviously at this point, like, been in advance and gone, yeah, I'm gonna need a seat or whatever for me and a friend. But yeah, there we go. We got notes to self at the top there as well. And then for the next one, I figure the next one's going to be, like, rooms that have been rented out or something. So we can do, like, where is it? Child writing regular. No, let's try kid. I'm trying to figure out where all these... There we go, English essay. English essay is like some... When you're a child and you learn how to write and join everything up together. So it's going to be guest list. I figure Sans is going to be on the guest list as well. Just for the sake of it. Current guest list. We're going to have... Who do you reckon we should have on the guest list? All the... Oh no! I might not be able to do all of the guest list because of spoilers. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Okay, so we got shambling mass. 2 sad dragon. Oh. Sad dragon. 3 oh, what was the other one? I'm trying to remember them off the top of my head. I've got the actual site here that shows it. I'm just such a sad dragon. Shambling mass. Businessman to call, that's it. I don't even have the model, but this Manticore. It's kind of ironic that I didn't really like freaking Homestuck. I didn't like Homestuck, and then next minute I'm all in on Undertale and Deltarune and stuff. Like, ah! He realized we don't need a sneak peek. The thing is, it's like, it would make so much. Oh, I can't confirm certain characters that. God damn it! Right, I can do the texture, but I just can't show it on screen to you. So I can just redact it. I think. Just do it offline. Yeah, so we got Businessman to core. Sans. I figure Sans would be on the guest list anyway, just for the sake of it, because he can seemingly be in multiple places at the same time. So I figure, like, even though he's not really there all the time, he's still on the guest list, if you get what I mean. It's like the whole thing of with him using his shortcuts all the time. I figure he takes his shortcuts so they don't even know if he's left or not. So he's just got a room in the resort. Makes sense. Then we've got six. Ooh, okay. That's spicy. Okay. Yeah, I better not show off that. There's an extra 2 there that I haven't mentioned yet. It's that moment where I'm looking at it, I'm like, please tell me this isn't showing on stream. Because otherwise I've just confirmed 2 characters. Right, along with the guest list, do you reckon I should do, like, resort rules as the second page? I don't know. Because I think that'd be cool. It's either that or I just leave it blank because it's a guest book. Actually, yeah, leave it blank because it's a guest book. I don't have to write on, like, every single damn page. Book 1 guest list. It's gonna be interesting if people even see these details, you know, because like I was saying, it's one of those things where, again, as somebody who likes creating all these things in little detail and making sure that everything's correct, when you do this stuff, you just make every single detail. You might not even need to. But it's like, oh, yeah, I'll make details like this. And then it's just like, you don't know if people are going to see them or not, but it's like, oh, I made them anyway. So if we even blink and manage to see this, something like this, then at least we'll know. I might even have to, like, focus on it, like, put the camera, like, really close up and be like, check this out, it says this, you know. That would be crazy. But yeah, we got that. I can place those 2. You can save this as book. The idea being that I can place those. So we only really need now, going over the end of this stream, we only really need the guest books placed, the carpet, the fountain, the characters, the lights, and the back there to the core done, and then maybe some other little things, like some other Metaton posters, you know, like the MTT posters that are in Napster Bluke's place. Because all this is... Oh, and that door there. Apart from that, everything's done. Still like that. Yeah, everything's done, other than, like, a couple of, like, small... Like, I think it's mustard and ketchup bottles here and stuff. And, like, a small MTT representation there. It's mainly lighting now that's going to be interesting. Then I need to fake the outside. So, everyone, thank you very much for sticking around with me again for another stream, and I shall see you on the next one. Until then, bye!